Hey everybody, Orpheolus here. Welcome back to some more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, well, we continued challenge mode doing the hardest challenges. And this time, well, we're going to wrap up challenge mode this episode. So our first task for today is going to be starting up in the special challenges. So first things first, we have Call the Exterminators. So just looking through this, power stats will be reduced a little bit. Not too big of an issue. I'll live as soon as Pastor remembers to keep on going. So yeah, so starting things up with this interesting battle. So we have to score a pretty high score for it. So I guess with all of that done, let's get some more points. So starting up here with the Call the Exterminators. This battle is interesting. It's required for Shulk's Affinity Chart, but also is a good place to grind Ether Cubes, which is required for Shulk's Affinity Chart. Since one of the challenges is to get like 3,600 in a single battle. One thing I recommend doing, which I'm doing kind of a bad job doing, is trying to collect the cubes. I would kind of recommend for this battle have like someone else have all the aggro. Control like me or someone who's not going to contribute much to the battle. Run around and collect the cubes. I do this with like Digus. Alright. So I guess we'll go ahead and continuing on. You might notice on this side that we have a score indicator. Defeating an enemy increases by 300. However though, if you defeat multiple enemies at once, you increase your score. If you use a chain attack, you'll really increase your score. If you use a special, you increase your score a lot. So generally put, you want to increase your score as much as you can. So the best way to do this though is just chain attacking multiple enemies using level 1 specials like Mithra's attack. So yeah, so wave 3 involves a lot of wisps. It's a lot, so for this battle if you want to kill him fast, what I'd recommend doing is just using Cosmos. Cosmos, Herald, Wild Volley, just general area of effects using Kaiser Zone. You'll do a lot of damage that way, so I'm just going around trying to collect the orbs, but I'm just doing a terrible job at it in the first place. I obviously am not going to be able to make the target score for Shulk, but generally this is the best place to do it. So, wave 4, some score boxes. Yeah, I'm not for sure if you remember these slopes. They have Bewitching Dance, which will make things rather intricate. Alright, we got another score box here that wants to go. Fine. Alright, come on, Rolling Smash. There we go. That was pretty bad misses. So yes, they have Bewitching Dance and are kind of annoying, so I think that's it for that wave. Not really great on score or gems, but we'll manage. So next up we get some Gaianas. Enemies you don't really remember too much of. So yeah, so they have jumping mace and all that fun stuff. They aren't really too bad. This challenge isn't the hardest, it's just very long to do. It's like 8 or 9 waves, but it's more focused on trying to get as many points as you can. Alright, Wild Volley. So, with that wave done, just waiting on the next wave. Wave 6, going by pretty slowly. Inside this wave, you get some Flombuses. Flombus are kind of annoying. They are very ugly bugs. They don't really do too much. They can inflict shackle blades, all that stuff. Chain attack, take them out. There we go. Hooray for specials! Alright, so that's that wave. We're almost done though, because wave 7 is your Parasaxes. And there's a lot of them. There's some on the higher level, but most of them are going to be on the lower level. They are really annoying because they can stun lock you using their overkill headbutt, inflicting knockback. And generally, you're going to be stun locked if you're not careful. Alright. Just waiting to finish this wave up. I think we have one left. Just trying to find out where they are. Alright, that ends that wave. Just 2 left. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to be able to make the score, but this is generally the best challenge to do it, as long as you collect all of the gems. So next up we get ourselves some Parasaxes. Some the stronger ones. Okay, that was some pretty bad luck. So there's a couple more there.
I will show no mercy.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard that before. That's kind of interesting. It's like, hey, yeah, I'm also strong like Cosmos. I mean, obviously the two best ether cannon users. Alright. Go ahead and focus on this one. Hooray for opening arts and all that fun stuff. Yeah, Herald and Kaiser Zone go hand in hand. So yeah, so just for this battle, just run Kaiser Zone. Kaiser Zone on Nia, and have your area effect users be in control of the battle while you just run around collecting gems. So lastly, we have the Radon Parasax. The boss of the thing. It has over 1 million health, which can be pretty annoying, but not terrible. Change attack to finish up your score and just finish collecting it out. Not terrible, but meh. I mean, my first time was way better, like 35,000's alright, but definitely not the best. Then again, no chain attacks done, and only like one special, so kind of a bad score, but I'll take the 5 minutes though. So yeah, so the rewards here aren't the greatest, even though it's a square attack thing. It's more of a gimmick than anything. So I guess with that one done, we've cleared the first of the special challenges. Next special challenge is even more interesting. So we have Attack of the Asperger. Next up is Attack of the Asperger. A very interesting battle. So while we're going on through, this battle is either the easiest or the hardest. Hooray for a 2-second kill. It's possible to kill him in just under a second. Yeah, so as you can see, by beating him we only got 0 things. The gimmick about this battle is that it's a really easy challenge to do. For the complete like 30 challenges thing for Shulk, easiest one to do so because, well, he goes down in 2 seconds. So I'm just going through here. So the main gimmick though is that you have to raise it up by like getting him to under half health and then letting him do skin upgrade. He increases his levels by 10. I'm just switching out for Tora. So he used skin upgrade to increase his stats up by a little bit. So I think it's time we do this on a little bit more of a fancier battle, shall we? Bringer Chaos, sure. So yeah, Bringer Chaos, this is actually one of the larger differences. So I'm just going to go through here since he has way higher stats, all that stuff. He might be able to live. No he doesn't. So yeah, so I do a pretty bad job of collecting all the orbs here. So yeah, so this is what happens if you don't get anything whatsoever. You get called out by the Sage, but you get good timing.
We were awesome. Small assist from Archsage.
Hey, it's a reward for speedrunning. So yeah, so you raise his level up by 10. Every time you do so, his stats increase by quite a bit. So you have to kill him at a comfortable level, high enough for you to get the higher rewards, but yet enough of a level for you to actually kill it and not get bodied. So here I'm just going to do my best, though it also doesn't really go super well. I will manage, but meh. So yes, this battle is super easy to do if you want to increase your numbers for a number skill because the Asperger goes down super fast. The highest level he can get up to is 200. The reason why this is interesting though is that he was level 60 and yet I was able to get the maximum reward on Bringer Chaos. Since Bringer Chaos, you're not going to survive as easily at level 200 when you're only level 60, so they increase the cubes you get, so you won't have to worry about getting it to super high level, but even then, on Bringer Chaos, that was a joke. And plus, rewards here aren't really that great anyways. It's just good for just killing as fast as you can for number challenges cleared. So yeah, so obviously the other two ones are better, but that one's an okay battle. So next up, we have Titan Battleship Assault. Just looking through. This one, that's a new face. Alright, and now we are controlling Jin. Since I've already done this, a tutorial will pop up. The goal here is to slay all 100 enemies here on the Titan Battleship. So, Jin as a character is going to be really interesting since, well, he attacks semi-fast, and well, you have 100 enemies to go through. So, let's go over the arts. Empty Moment. A super good art for clearing out just small enemies and all the privates. There's like 86 of them here. Majors, they are a little bit harder, so Stun Swallow. It's an evasion art that induces counter and launch, which is kind of interesting. I mean, way better to use it on them than having it used on you. So you're just going through here. Some other things of note, though, is just going over to the next part. Oh, we have a major here. So going over the final art, we have Heavenly Disrupt, the single best art in the game. If it connects, it's a full driver combo. Enough to kill these enemies on Bringer Chaos. So this is a long battle, so let's speed things up, shall we? Since while we're going through this battle, this is a very long challenge. I mean, it takes like 9 or 10 minutes, even on like Bringer Chaos, it's like 10 minutes or so, up to 20 since, well, things get pretty difficult. So Res Driver in the main room. Since while we're going through here, there's some interesting stuff about Jin that I never quite mentioned. There's some unused art of him that does include the hood, but the main real interest though is actually his arts. I never paid too much attention during his time on the ship or in Chapter 8. However though, he does have a series of arts he uses. During the time he's on the battleship, he has Ultra Slash, Skyward Slash, Empty Moment, and Stun Swallow. During the time on the ship, you cannot access any of Jin's arts, so you cannot use Stun Swallow whatsoever during that. And also in Chapter 8, his stuff is locked out of the menu, so you can't even access it. So that stuff went unused. In Chapter 8, he switches out Empty Moment with Heavenly Disrupt. In the large room, you have yourselves some Ardenian privates and citadels. The citadels are very challenging on Bringer Chaos. Essentially, you want to use Stun Swallow to do some damage, and when he uses his rear guard attack that inflicts break on himself, use Heavenly Disrupt to do a full driver combo. These enemies can be very challenging in Bringer Chaos, and best to do it alone. Stun Swallow to get the HP potions, just generally for survival. It's a pretty alright battle though. As you can see by the timer, it's like 8-9 minutes already, and it's very easy to miss a couple enemies. So, let's go ahead and finish things out by heading to the bottom room. So, hello there lot. I'm just going to let everyone in here aggro. Come here, group picture. Time to conclude chapter, the cutscene where he steals all the core crystals. That's when this takes place and we get to view it. An alright battle, but definitely a long one. I mean, you get a lot of, cores with that, though I don't know if that counts for Shulk's thing.
No way!
Yay, 9 minutes and that's a PB. That battle is so long. And plus the rewards aren't really worth it. I mean, it's good to do it once since, well, it's just going over Jin. It's an interesting battle, but not one I'm really keen for repeating on multiple attempts.
Treasure acquired.
So yeah, fun to do, only once. So next up we have ourselves Poison Paradise. We need a quick menu for that. So, for this next battle, I highly recommend that you do a lot of these challenges. I'm just going ahead and bringing up Mithra in. So, for this, you're going to need everyone to have their swimsuit costumes on, especially at higher difficulties because, I'll be straight up honest, this challenge is bullcrap. Also, I have enough for the final costume that I'll do later on this episode. So for this, here's all this stuff. You require flawless Nopon stones for doing this. Make sure you're a driver and a blade has it. So Cloud Sieb of Fowler Ioth is the worst enemy in the game. As you can tell, we have to deal with the crap load of terrain damage on top of Ioth's bullcrap. This battle is probably one of the hardest in the game, probably harder than Element Redux or 9th Imperial Legion. Ioth sucks for several reasons. The first thing is that you have the Cloud Sieb, so pretty much you are going to require crit healing always. So, crit healing on Mithra and Nia is going to be super useful for this. And the next thing, which is I'm kind of doing kind of stupid, do not put on any elemental awakenings on this guy. Before enraging, not too bad. But once you do that though, things get super oof. Because, well, things go from bad to worse really fast. So the first thing is that when he enrages, after he uses his bubble, he gets a huge healing and seals 2 sections of the party gauge. Obviously, use Corvin to get rid of this bullcrap. His level 1 special dispels this thing. His attack toxic gas hits very hard on top of the terrain damage, It's enough to completely party wipe. The main reason why I say do not do any elemental awakenings, which is why I went into chain attack just in case, is that its auto attacks inflict doom. It's bullcrap on top of the terrain damage. Just avoid, well, when he uses Enrage, immediately get rid of that crap, and then go into chain attack mode just so that way you won't have to deal with as much of the terrain damage. Just playing in a custom mode, this battle is terrible. It's easily my least favorite battle here, just because of terrain damage that's constantly causing hell. It's not a fun challenge. It's hard, but not in a fun way. That 18 million is also a lot to melt through because that's more than Orpheon, who has the most in the main game. Yeah, good clean fighting with everyone in their swimsuits.
Treasure acquired.
Yeah, and the rewards are also not the best.
All mine.
So yeah, obviously, just do this on custom and call it a day. Alright, and now it is time for the final challenge. This year's Heropon with just Tora. This will be a fierce contest indeed. So, we started things out with a lot of Nopon, or Nopon, starting with Rumbletum, Rururi, Zuzu, get back here, and Falala. Yeah, they all have their unique voices that was given explicitly for this challenge. You might notice in the credits that there were a lot of voice credits for Nopon. So right over here we get even more. Various Nopon from Xenoblade 2. You'll see a trend really soon. So a lot of the major Nopon that serve some point during side quests. Alright then, so this one, Steady Beam on Cutie Pie, crit healing, you'll have an easy time. I did this on, I think, easy or normal? I don't remember, I didn't have too much of an issue with it. Right over here is Yum Yum. Yeah, get game over, Yum Yum. See you in the Velvet Room. So right here we get Tippy Tappy. I don't remember what side quest you're from. Oh, I should have chain attacked you for your bullcrap and Don Don Don. Yeah, I remember Ursula's new groove, and Don Don, not riding a giant Indel Star. So upon clearing wave 3, we have wave 4, the first boss wave with Nira, a major character from the game. Alright, get dunked on Nira. So the boss enemies, they have a lot more health. Alright, so that ends the Xenoblade 2 set of this. Now, we have Nopon. You might not recognize these names, but you've been watching Destiny. These are Nopon exclusive to Xenoblade X. To be exact, these are like the 4 Nopon sages that was involved in a side quest in the game. I remember that quest well because I took on several unique monsters during that quest. Alright. So get out of here. So that's it there for that wave. Not a terribly hard battle, all things considered, well, for the non-boss waves. They have annoying arts that can inflict some like stench or something. So right down here we get ourselves some other Nopon, or I guess Nopon if we're doing nomenclature for this game. I don't remember these Nopon. Then again, my memory of X isn't the best. I don't even know who else was up there. Steady Beam and just OP. So let's get my stuff for this wave. So wave 7. Oh. Jitsu, I remember these names. These must be the little pawn, brother pawn, and sister pawn of Tatsu. Well, I'm just waiting for my Steady Beam to build up. Get out of here. I targeted the wrong one. Oh well. So, we defeated all of the brother pawns. So, you might notice 3 waves of popular Nopon, and now the main Nopon of the game. We have Tatsu. Hey look, it's the worst Nopon of the series. Don't mind me, I'm just going to be getting on a fusion combo. And chain attack for all of those who absolutely hated Tatsu and everything he stood for. Get turned into potato soup.
Enemy down.
Tasty treat.
And a little bit something extra. Alright, now for wave 9. Here we get Zukazu, and other Nopon from Xenoblade 2. Yeah, from Xenoblade 1. Not 2, Xenoblade 1. I remember seeing all you guys in HD. Alright, and Nopon Rip. Get back to Colony 6. Alright then. So that ends Wave 9. So yeah, as you can tell, this is a long battle. It's long but short. You're not wandering around in a gigantic ship. So right here we get Mephi, Berry Jammy. So, goodbye Miss Sweetness. Migaga. I don't remember you. Miko. And Minana. Alright, so that ends that wave. So that's the second wave of the Xenoblade 1 stuff. Alright. Wave 11. Here we get ourselves some important Nopon, starting with Gadada from the Nopon Drug Trader quest. And Fauna. Aren't you supposed to be riding a gigantic dinosaur or something? I remember having to do that a few times. Or something like that. And Doba, who's not higher level, but still relevant in that major side quest. So, I wonder who will be the boss of this one. Perhaps Battle of the Heropon. With none other than the Heropon himself, Ricky! For this battle, do not chain attack. Save your chain attack for later. Instead, go for your, go for break, followed up by specials. Because Ricky is pretty nasty. Just save up your specials. Trust me on this. So that ends that, but the battle's not over. Level 99, Monopon. The real boss of this. You might be wondering, who is Monopon? Monopon is the face of Monolith Soft for their Japanese account. Monopon is, well, their, I guess their Nopon persona. It's a combination of Monolith and Nopon. Monopon. Besides the fact it's level 99, and if she does anything, it will hurt a lot. So yeah, that's why I save up chain attacks. So with that, that was the last challenge. Did really good time. Yep, victory for technology! Technology wins over all the Nopon. Therefore, Cutie Pie and Tora is best Nopon. Xenoblade X's Tora is better than Xenoblade 2's. But that's just me. And with that, we've more or less done everything here in Challenge Mode except one last thing, and that is going to be the costumes. If you want to farm up the Nopon stones for the costumes, your best bet is to go to Chicken Heart Challenge and just destroy it. It goes down really fast, and if you get the maximum rewards, which can go down pretty easily, you'll be able to farm up the stones efficiently, but you are going to need a crap load, like several hours worth of grinding, but all around I think it's worth it. So here's all the costumes. Alright, and that was all the costumes. Yeah, that felt a little disjointed, sorry about that, but with that, we have done everything. So I guess over here is where all the other costumes are. So yeah, so you can also buy your ideals for your Torah to increase things further on, since, well, you can't normally buy those stuff. You can't increase them easily like everyone else, but that's it. That is the last of challenge mode. We're done with this long arc, but let's return to all rest. And well, our journey is coming to an end. Sad as it is, we don't have much left, if anything. That was more or less the last of the major content. And I don't want this weather to go on, and I'm going to change the time back to nighttime just to conclude things out. This has been quite a long journey. We've done so much, but our adventure is just about over. We've done so much, and we don't have much left to do. Next time, can't believe I'm saying this, next time in the grand finale of Xenoblade 2, we go over all of the remaining details we have not gone over, and then take on the strongest thing in all of All Rest, potentially everywhere. I will see you guys for the final episode. 1 year on, this year-long adventure is coming to an end.